All right, so this next one is such a huge redemption story. I told you they had a series, and the series had a terrible ending that was insulting to the fans, insulting to the original work, and it was terrible. And now they've made a spin-off series that was made for, and there is no book for this spin-off series.
Okay.
It's just basically based off some stories that are mentioned in the original work. And this show is amazing. There was even some controversy leading up to the opening of the show with the way that they made, like they included some black characters who were white in the books. Like they were supposed to be white in the books and stuff. And it didn't matter because the way they wrote them was okay. And see, that's the thing. When you have a character who's white and you turn him black and you don't make it a race issue, it's just like, oh, this actor's really good. Then nobody cares. Nobody cares as long as you do it right.
Just play the part. Who cares? Seriously.
Yep. That's right. You just got to do it right. So let's check it out. We are watching. You haven't seen the original series and you have not seen this, right?
I've heard of it. I don't know if I've seen the original series. I don't think so.
So I'm going to tell you, this one would be more for you. So in the original series, there's 8 seasons. The first 4 seasons had a lot of nudity and stuff, which was in the books, and it was time period appropriate, okay? But this one has a lot less nudity, and it's more about, I don't know, I just think that this one would be more your speed. And this is a prequel, so let's check it out.
Thanks for watching out for me, Mike.
Yeah. Well, I'll see all of the nudity, so you don't have to. No,
I don't. Fine. I mean, I don't care for that stuff. I think it's just right. I think society's oversexed, and
I agree.
That's the ultimate thing. Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. I was just making a joke, but all right, let's move forward though. We're watching the trailer for The Action Pack Needs You. You can support Mike's After Action Reviews on our Patreon for as little as $3 a month. Every quarter, once we've made at least $200, we're going to be giving away 10% of our earnings from Patreon in a giveaway over on our Twitch, so go check that out as well. You can find all of the links for everything in the description and in the pinned comment down below. Do your part. Support the pack. The Action Pack. House of the Dragon, official black trailer, Max. So, this is coming at us from Max, or, more well known as HBO Max. We're going to like the video. It's got 6.7 million views, 128,000 likes to 2.1 thousand dislikes. It's all here. No, okay, they don't have any real description. Oh, the black trailer is here. That's it.
It's on Max only?
It's on Max, yeah, just Max.
Yeah, not on the theaters. Not in the theaters.
So, because this is a show, it's not a movie. So this is hashtag House of the Dragon Season 2 premieres on June 16th on Max, hashtag Team Black. So Black, I believe, is the name of a family within the show. So I think we're going to find out right now. Anything you want to say before we get started?
No.
No. All right, Game of Thrones sucked. House of the Dragon is... the ending of Game of Thrones sucked. House of the Dragon has been great so far, so that's why I said it was a big redemption arc. But otherwise, we got a 1 minute 57-second trailer. Are you ready?
Ready.
I love my awesome Support the Troops Stormtrooper mug. Do you know where you can get a mug just like this one, but different? Bottega Krua. Bottega Krua is an Italian born and raised artisan trained at the Academy of Fine Arts in Venice, Italy. Since 2010, Bottega Krua has offered unique handmade and hand-painted ceramics, pottery, and other artistic products. You can find these products at her Etsy store by following the link down below. She also takes custom orders, but they may take longer to ship because she has to make them after you order them. So, go check out Bottega Krua to get yourself an awesome mug just like this one, or the ones you've been seeing behind me as this ad has been going on. Remember, guys, supporting our partners is supporting the pack, the Action Pack. Here we go.
We fight for our queen!
You don't see the dragons do anything in Game of Thrones for the first 6 seasons. They're little baby dragons. In this one, everybody has dragons, and it's a dragon war. The whole thing is leading up to a big war called the Dance of the Dragons.
Right, Dragon Apple. Got it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, anyway. Yeah.
My father chose me, his firstborn child, to succeed him. He held to his decision until death. And yet, Alicent's son sits my throne.
That's right.
I mean to fight this war and win it.
The realm will soon tear itself apart. If men do not remember the oath sworn to King Viserys and to his rightful heir.
The Hightails are marching. You must crush this beast at its head.
Our terms are very simple. Renounce the false king and bend the knee to the king.
So yeah, just so you're understanding, it's a war of succession. Her father died. He had multiple children. His firstborn was a girl, and he said. So, spoiler alert for the first season. He had a dream long ago, and his dream was that his daughter should become the heir, so that way she can prevent something called the Long Night, which is what happens in Game of Thrones. Basically, she's the chosen almost by God, the heir. He dies, and his wife, his second wife, because her mother was his first wife. His second wife has given him multiple male children, and his second wife says, basically, he's in his old age as he's dying, he's a little insane. Like he starts saying things in his sleep, and he says the name of his son, whose name is Aegon, but he was talking about an older Aegon from a long time ago, who he named a son after. He says, Aegon, heir to the throne, and then he dies. And then his wife is like, oh, he named my son as heir, so now he becomes the heir. But actually, that's not what he meant. He was talking about something else, and the audience knows it, but his wife doesn't. Okay, so this throws the realm into a giant war for succession. Who's going to be the king? And basically, she should be the queen, and then her brother is trying to basically be the king. That's the whole thing. It's really good. It's a really good show, just so you can understand. And they all have dragons, so Dragon War. Okay.
And
anyway,
peroxide.
Yeah, there you go. We've got about a minute left. Here we go.
Or your house burns.
Yeah.
When the desire to kill and burn takes hold and reason is forgotten, you will not even remember what began the war in the first place.
We fight for our queen!
Feel what I've begun.
Ooh, like it. Ooh, yeah.
So, I've got to tell you, it's interesting for me. The trailer's basically over now. It's interesting for me because I hold no illusions about what the world is and how people lie and nobody really has any honor. They're all just out for themselves. That's not true of everyone, but it's a good general rule of thumb. But basically the problem with this is that a lot of the people, a lot of the lords, and they don't really get too much into the politics, but they explain the great houses. A lot of these great houses actually swore loyalty to her before her father died. And then when he died, they betrayed her. Some of them betrayed her, some of them stayed with her. But for the ones that betrayed her, I would imagine that that's so terrible because all you had back in these days was your honor. And they turned back on their honor. So, the thing is that if you watched Game of Thrones, you already know how this ends. And there's a character there, do you want her to win? Do you want her brother to win? I'm going to tell you, the show makes you want her to win. And some things happen that are going to be coming if you've seen Game of Thrones. It's still really interesting to watch, even if you already know how it's going to end. But it almost makes you go like, oh, come on. I don't know. If there was ever a show that wanted to change the ending of how it should go, it might be this show. That's all I'm going to say.
Right, right.
So, any thoughts on it? What are you thinking?
I mean, it looks interesting. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to watch it or not, but I do like the graphics. It looks like something that a lot of people who are maybe into the Game of Thrones that they'd want to continue in watching this and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dragons look really good. I mean, you see these dragons.
Oh yeah,
it looks
definitely.
Really cool.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, I'm like Dungeons and Dragons. I'm into fantasy stuff. I love the dragons, so this is totally cool for me. So I'm loving it, and I loved the first season, and I'll be watching this one too. But let's check out what let's check out what the comments have to say. I love the parallel at the end of the green trailer. They shout "the one true king." At the end of the blacks, they shout "we fight for our queen." Yeah, because the blacks are a house or something, I think.
Right.
Yeah. Damon sitting on his dragon and offering a choice between fealty and death is peak Targaryen energy. Queen Rhaenyra is slaying with those dragon shoulders. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, everybody loves this show. Everybody's looking like they're... Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
The fact that there are male lords and men willing to fight for Rhaenyra's cause just makes Otto's reasoning that the realm would never accept her just moot. It was about power. It always was. So this is so cool. It's a good show. It's got some really cool stuff if you like fantasy stuff. So go check it out, guys. But we've got the ad break coming up. We're going to come back. We're going to finish off movies. And then we're going to move into video games. And we will see you guys after these short messages. Don't forget to check me out on Twitch and join the Discord where you can voice chat with me while I live stream and you won't be recorded or anything on YouTube and Twitch, so that's pretty cool. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram. If you like to read, you can see my after action reports on my blog. And if you are interested, you can get some merch from my spring store. The links for everything are in the description below.